A few months ago, I asked players from every rank to try and come up with their own Rocket League mechanic, and as a result, I received over 140 entries. Today, in this video, we're going to go over the highlights from those submissions that were selected based on 3 criteria. The written pitch for the mechanic telling me why it was special or useful, the name the mechanic was given, and the footage that was supplied to prove its legitimacy. But much like my previous episode, this is mostly for fun, and we're not going to be taking it too seriously. At its heart, this is a meme mechanic showcase. Entertaining pitches or unique mechanic ideas was preferred, but I was still on the lookout for some revolutionary new discoveries. Alright, let's see what you guys came up with this time. Now, I was pleased to find 3 submissions for silver, which is an impressive amount as the lowest ranks are often underrepresented. But the contents of those 3 entries was less impressive. The first was called the Whiff Flick, but had no explanation or footage. The second was dubbed the Turnaround to Poo, and really that's all you need to know about the quality of that entry. Which leaves us with a third submission from Let's Go Full Ham, in which he pitches a new way to quickly change direction by flipping off the wall. Now, I don't know if we really have something useful here, but I decided the best way to find out was to recruit a higher ranked player to try it. And I can't think of a more qualified meme mechanic tester than someone who has achieved the highest rank in Rumble, the meme playlist of Rocket League. Now, while we're watching these clips made by Rumble SSL Yoshi, I think we could argue the sidewall pogo dash may actually be kinda useful. But regardless, when the silver section of this video comes down to either this or Turnaround to Poo, well, I don't think I'm in a position to judge or complain at all. Let's Go Full Ham. Thank you for your submission. Now, some lowlights from the 17 gold entries included the Rick Flick, which was a Rickroll that I must admit I fell for, and also a clip that tried to convince me that you could confuse Snow Day players by making your Dominus dark enough to be mistaken for a puck. Now, I don't mind poking fun at Snow Day players, but this seems like a bit of a stretch. Now, the most interesting submission was something called the Musty Fake. Lil TM explains that he thinks it would be useful because it looks like you're going for a musty, but you fake it and go low under their pre-jump. With only a single free play example from its creator, I once again went to our meme mechanic tester to see if he could pull it off. In a painful game experience that Yoshi described as playing SSL defense and bronze offense, he did manage to try it a few times. But in the end, it seems like the opponent would have to really commit to the pre-jump, or you need a lucky touch if you're ever going to pull it off successfully. At only 21 submissions, Plat didn't live up to the stereotype of being the rank that always tries to invent new mechanics. Now, I was originally excited by the Shaky Shake that was promoted by Technoblade as a way to get around the map very quickly, but since this seems to be a hoop-specific mechanic, I don't think it's something even worth talking about. Which leaves us with the meme mechanic that has been dubbed the Big Boy Block. Bog Controller writes, "We all know kickoffs are super important, especially in ones. So how do you win them? Just get the biggest, chunkiest car in the game to completely stop whatever your opponent throws at you." It really does seem like the Merc hitbox is OP. Even if the opponent copies your technique, any other car still doesn't have a chance. Now, a word of caution though, as Bog Controller will not assume responsibility for anyone who tries to use the Big Boy Block above Plat 2. Of the 40 entries for the Diamond rank, there was only one that won me over with their ingenuity and efforts to actually make a brand new mechanic. The Automatic Tornado is dedicated to all those diamonds out there that still have Plat level mechanics, but have never given up the dream to one day hit cool freestyle shots. To perform this move, simply bind your jump, boost, arrow left, steer right, and air steer right all to the same button, and then load up Pickle Melon's special training pack. After that, just press and hold that button, and you'll automatically tornado spin your way to victory. Honestly, I think this sets a new high bar for meme mechanics in Rocket League, and it actually works. You can do the whole training pack just by pushing one button. If you guys want to try it yourself, I'll have the pack linked in the description below. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, do give it a like, and make sure you hit that sub button, as I'll be giving away a Titanium White Octane when we hit 300,000 subscribers. With 42 submissions, the champion rag had the most, but none could really compete with our episode 1 alumni, Wooden. Wooden's unique mechanics were definitely a fan favorite the first time around, and once again he's shown himself to be someone that understands the assignment. Wooden asks, have you ever wanted to just bounce off that juicy looking backboard? Well, it's your lucky day because now you can do just that with the brand new backboard bounce mechanic. Just hit that ball off the wall, smack that backboard in the face, and slap the ball into the goal. If the opponent doesn't forfeit first, of course. This does actually seem like a powerful move if you can set it up right, and also it seems like any skills from training the sidewall pogo dash in our silver section would transfer over nicely to this mechanic too. Wooden comes back for more with his second entry, which is based on the original meme mechanic, the so-called Obama Flick, which was popularized by Musty. Wooden says, the reverse Obama air dribble is a mechanic where you reverse Obama into an air dribble. Wow, he really has a way with words, doesn't he? He continues, it will soon replace turtle and normal air dribbles because it is so much more useful. Not only can you use it to air dribble, but you can also pinch the ball into the air and get the flip reset. Well, I'm not so convinced on its usefulness in this case, but I for one am happy to see the reverse Obama return after its debut appearance in episode 1 of this series. Truly an underappreciated mechanic. To finish up with an honorable mention from the champion section, I present the useless flagpole, where Halfstar shows us a unique way to position your car inside the net. Now, I challenged a few of my Discord members to try out this feat of Rocket League strength, and they actually came back with a clip of a flagpole save. So maybe this isn't so useless after all. With our first Grand Champion mechanic, I had to appreciate how serious JN Noor took the submission. First, he provides a free play clip to ensure we correctly learn the right way to do his ground spin mechanic, explaining, "It looks simple, but it's hard to do. You have to hold power slide while driving forwards and steering one way, then switch to driving backwards and steering the other way. Do this fast, and repeat." Yeah, you can tell right away this is a mechanic for the top 1%. And after seeing his in-game example, I do believe his claims that if you score with it, your opponent will forfeit. And for you lower ranks out there that may dare to attempt this one, remember, when the mechanics get too smart, the smart bind all their controls to one button. Now, my second GC submission is something I would say leans toward the freestyle side of the game. Banji says the launchpad was something he discovered on accident back in January of 2020, as he was messing around in a private match with his friend Watermelon. They were trying to set up a shot where a person would dribble the ball towards a teammate and then get bumped into the air for the double touch. After making an attempt when his teammate was turtling, Banji ramped directly off his car without jumping, and after the double touch, was surprised to find he still had his flip. After that, they continued to practice the move, proving it was both consistent and worked with different cars. Now, just to be clear, I'm not sure this is actually new. I did reach out to some freestylers I know like Panther and Faith, and though they couldn't come up with examples, they thought it might have been something that was being done 3 or 4 years ago, but was kind of forgotten. I also know there's freestylers out there like Little Cat that do a lot of teammate bump type plays, so don't get all excited if this has been done before. I just thought it was worth highlighting, as to me, it was unique and a pretty crazy way to set up a goal. But do let me know your thoughts on the launch pad in the comments below. With Supersonic Legend making up just 0.01% of the player base, I consider myself fortunate to have one SSL submission to show you today. Lady Penelope says, "We've all spent hundreds of hours practicing reverse dribbles because it's so obviously going to be the future meta. But it's important to also be able to score at the end of them. So I present the best way to finish this ground attack, the JZR Flick. Simply pop the ball up behind you, air roll around, and backflip the ball directly into the top corner in a way that definitely does not infringe on the mechanical patent of any popular YouTubers. Once mastered, you'll finally be finishing off all those reverse dribbles with ease." Well, there we go. Penelope has blessed us with the revolutionary JZR Flick, a great new shot to use within the emerging reverse dribble meta. Man, SSL must be a wild place. Reverse dribbles, I had no idea. Alright guys, I do want to thank everyone that submitted. There was 145 entries, and I did look at every one. There were some tough choices, some missing or broken links, and things I just thought were too common to talk about. But please don't take it personal if I left you out, and do submit again in the future. As always, I invite you to subscribe, and check out some of my other content linked here. My name is Rocket Sledge. Thanks for watching.